believe there's only 2 positions for this particular node. So the nodes is what is basically termed as the position that the player is in when they're moving. So once they click forward, they go to another node. So it's like, see, A, B, C, and D, usually just basically a north, east, south, and west kind of thing. It's just making sure A is forward all the time, B would be turning right, C would be the right after that, and then D would be coming round back to A. So it's kind of knowing A, B, C, and D. Sometimes it's just A and C instead of A and B. I like to class it A and C, so you're kind of facing opposite. So it's kind of nice to keep that in my head as well. Keeps things organized. It's very important with making a game like this that you're keeping everything organized. I mean, eventually here, you know, you'll be able to click on the doors, and the doors will slowly sway open and creak open, and yeah, it's going to be really cool. It's just a matter of time. You have to be patient with making a game like this, as you would be playing it. You have to be very patient. It's a game where you have to take your time. Just take your time and enjoy the sights. But in the terms of the direction that we're going, it's kind of just easier to probably just go forward. Well, we'll see. Sometimes it is a case of experimenting with the nodes. Pretty much 8-9 times out of 10, the actual angles are pretty much good to go. There are a couple of changes that I'm going to be making to some of them, just to make things a bit neater in terms of your navigation. This is what I love about Visionnaire. It's so great for non-programmers like myself. It's very visually based, and just dragging things, and yeah, there's a bit of, you know, head work to do, and you have to think about what you're doing a lot of the time, but I mean, doing this kind of stuff, just putting the images together, and even animations, sounds, it's very easy work compared to, say, full-on programming. So it kind of works really nicely for myself anyway. It can be a bit confusing doing this kind of thing, because you need to make sure that, you know, if you don't set it correctly, you're going to fly off to another side of the island, and that just does not make sense. To C, I'm 16C. We haven't done this one yet, so for some reason it goes there. See what I mean? Like, wow, the hell did we end up from here to there? So you have to make sure that it's set, and also just making sure, I mean, human error, you know, I might not set that correctly, and then you turn off the effects, and for some reason it's fading still, which it shouldn't do. So that's quite an important part. So we just got 180 degrees. Usually staircases I tend to just keep quite straightforward, just 2 positions. And then when you end up in a place like this, you've got, you know, I think there's 3 positions here, because I thought, what's the point of looking at the rock? You can pretty much just turn around like that and pass the rock. I'm not too sure from memory if 17 has 2 positions. Okay, so it has more. So what we could do there, just to speed time up, is I can delete these. A, B, C, D. Duplicate my 14s. Ah! Bit of a mess up there. So again, it's really cool seeing this game come to life like it is now. There's a lot of images for Neyyah. We're talking about thousands of images. So it's a very it's nice to speed things up when you're just pretty much just adding the images. It's really nice actually just, you know, being able to do that quite quickly. I tend to have a particular kind of direction that I go in when I'm rendering and putting things into the engine. So yeah, it's going really nicely. So that's D. Let me just make sure that all goes nicely. Like I said, 9 times out of 10 these pretty much run the way they need to. So it's 17A is going to 17D already. So we can actually pretty much go into this. We start rotating. The only thing that might be off is the cursors, but so far so good. We've got speed, neutral, and relax. So speed is kind of like the quickest transition. It goes quite quick from image to image. And we've got neutral, which we just showed. which I just showed you. Which we, you know, there's more than me apparently. There's multiple me's. Relax. That goes a bit slower, so you can just sort of take your time. I mean, I'm definitely more of an artist than I am a programmer or working with game engines. So yeah, this is you know, it comes with the job as being an indie game developer, but there are some fantastic Visionnaire users out there that just have been a massive help, and they're going to be duly credited within the game as well. So positions. So let's go and have a look at this tower over here, shall we? Okay, there it is. Get like a slightly clearer view of it over here. Eventually the water is going to be animated. I'm thinking of certain areas, certain things are going to have birds flying across them as well. Just, you know, maybe little bugs even just crawling across certain things, just really kind of adding a bit more life to the scenes. So here is a cool example. Yep, left or right, and let's go left. Have a look over across here. It's time to start modelling. So now I'm going to get back to some modelling work. So yeah, that's a quick example of some Visionnaire work. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!